incredible story of the most infamous scandal and trial to hit Hollywood's video industry is now the compelling movie that's coming to home video. What you've already read is only half the story. We've got what the newspapers could never show you, with footage too graphic for network television.
Eric and Lyle Menendez were rich kids who grew up with the best of everything.
You two boys are capable of great things.
Their loving father, Jose, was a powerful entertainment industry executive.
I am extremely proud of you. This boy is Princeton material.
And Kitty was a caring mother who kept her family together.
You boys have been given so much.
That's what everyone thought.
This family is a bunch of losers.
Toss it higher, Eric. What's your footing? Damn it.
Losers with money. That's the worst kind.
What's the problem, please?
They shot and killed my parents.
It would have been the perfect murder.
You don't need to see that shrink anymore.
It's not that simple.
Until a guilty conscience changed everything.
We did it.
Do you mean you killed your parents?
How do we know that this shrink isn't going to tip off the police or the newspapers?
On the ground. You are under arrest.
This isn't a perfect murder anymore, Eric.
In one of the world's most infamous trials, they claimed it was self-defense after years of physical, sexual, and emotional abuse.
My client was sexually molested by his father.
I do this to make you stronger.
No.
You don't keep your hands off of him. I'm going to tell everybody.
Lyle thinks he's going to ruin me, but I'm not going to let that happen. Do you understand?
Did anyone ever see your father sexually abusing you, Eric?
No.
We got to do something, Eric.
Based on the book Blood Brothers and actual trial testimony.
Let's do it.
James Farentino, Jill Clayburgh, Billy Warlock, David Barone, and Susan Blakely.
She didn't die with the first shots. We went outside and we reloaded Lyle's shotgun.
When justice is blind, truth is different for everyone.
When you put the muzzle of the shotgun against your mother's cheek, did you love her then?
Yes.
Honor thy father and mother, the Menendez killings.
Dad would have been proud of the job we did killing him.
I grew up believing that if you were a good girl, obeyed all the commandments, and were kind to animals and old people, that the really terrible things in life couldn't happen to you.
We give thanks for our wonderful lives and our friends and our families. And most of all this year, we give special thanks for our wonderful Miranda Rose.
I remember thinking, why me? But bad things happen to good people all the time. People just like you and me. Suffering is as much a part of life as happiness.
Did I call Dr. Sachs again?
He said it's just a respiratory flu. All the kids have it. We've been here 8 hours. We've seen a half dozen doctors. Now, why won't somebody talk to us?
Both lungs just collapsed.
All right, keep her out.
What? What is it?
She has AIDS.
What?
You have to be tested. And if it's positive, it's best begin treatment immediately.
All of us having AIDS, I know it's my fault.
Doctor, it's nobody's fault.
Why wasn't I more careful?
Here's to good friends and good health.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Put your glasses down for a second, guys. We have AIDS. All three of us.
Miranda? Oh, God.
How?
You know, with tuberculosis or hepatitis or even a cold, nobody asks you how. Marvin, how can you say that?
Sorry.
I mean, it's not like there's good AIDS, is there?
I can't handle it.
Vinny is your friend. You're treating him like he's already dead. How can you do this to him?
I didn't do this to him. You did.
Some people live to be 100, and they never know the love that we felt in the past 8 months.
Vinny? Vinny!
give you something?
No, I don't want to leave yet.
Don't worry, I'll be strong. And you taught me how to love, Vin. And no matter what, that love will never die. From the moment we're born, we're all dying. And for most of us, it's like some silent digital watch that we never really look at. But for me, for people like me, it's a loud ticking clock, reminding us not to waste one precious moment that's left.
Amy Madigan stars in a true life story. And then there was one.
Jazz told me what an incredible place this was, but I had no idea. Now I understand why you both fought so hard to hang on to it.
Yeah, still home. Still home.
Don't you know why she goes to the ranch almost every weekend? She's trying to make herself into the son he never had. He could change his will, you foolish, foolish girls.
This is an opportunity. If you sell now, you not only wipe out your debts, you become one of the richest men in the world.
I was wrong. You have developed something. A large pain in my ass.
This is one time you are not going to get your way, Jazz! I promise you!
Is that all Lily Ann came for? To borrow money?
Yeah, why?
I can guarantee that my daughters will cooperate with us.
It's not your daughters I'm worried about.
Jazz? Yes.
You know, I find her to be a very, troublesome young woman.
Don't tell me you're switching sides.
No, I want the money. It's just that I'm beginning to understand what Jazz is trying to do.
You have only two choices. Either you get rich and become a carefree woman, or you face more problems. And you're running out of time.
For 2 decades, she was a prisoner of her own mind.
My head is blowing apart. Do you have any idea how she got to this point?
She has paranoid schizophrenia.
Destined to live in a terrifying world she was powerless to control. And those who loved her were helpless to save her.
They're not gonna hurt you, baby!
But when a dedicated doctor offers her a chance at a new life,
You've been hospitalized 43 times. This may be the last hope you have.
the veil is lifted.
I'm back, Mom. I'm safe.
And her struggle to rediscover the world she left behind
I don't remember what I was like before!
is just beginning.
I'm not sick anymore. What kind of life do I get back? You're never going to be where you were, Polly.
Not since Lady Sings the Blues has Diana Ross given a more moving and unforgettable portrayal.
I'm not insane, you know!
People magazine says Ross's performance is inspired.
It's all ahead of me, Mama. It's a miracle.
With the power of love, hope has a way of shining through.
I have my life again.
Out of darkness.
He thought he married the girl next door.
Look! It's saying hello!
I'm happy. You happy? I love you.
But something strange was happening to Lori
I did the laundry. I told you I could handle things.
that nobody wanted to see.
Hello?
You think you're so good,
So smart. You're not smart at all.
Lori's been having some problems lately.
What kind of problems are you talking about?
I thought maybe when she was little that she might have had...
Well, she was kind of awkward, and her ears stuck out. We took care of it. She had surgery, and she's been fine ever since. Lori.
Based on the true story of a desperate woman's plunge into madness and the people who let it happen.
She filed a complaint saying I raped her. I haven't even seen her.
Matthew doesn't like the divorce settlement. He's just trying to make her look bad.
She's not some kind of a harmless kook. She's a time bomb and it's ticking.
She's not crazy, you know. I spoke to a doctor in Florida who said what she's going through is a very common thing.
I can assure you that as troubled as she is, she's no danger to herself or anyone else.
Stop it. No. Please protect me. Please protect me. Please protect me.
Have you ever been treated for mental illness? Have you ever been treated for mental illness?
No.
For God's sakes, she's got a gun.
Are you aware of the fact that Lori bought a gun? She has a right to have it, doesn't she?
What's the matter with me, doctor?
Just happened to do an odd thing.
You don't think she's dangerous. Her shrink doesn't think she's dangerous. She's gonna have to kill somebody before anybody does anything.
Valerie Bertinelli, Murder of Innocence. Mr. and Mrs. Rogers had the perfect family. But behind closed doors, they kept a terrible secret. Now, over 30 years later, their living hell still haunts them, and they want justice.
You're talking about publicly suing Dad.
I'm asking you to help me.
Well, I'm the wrong person.
This is a good thing. Our name's splattered all over town. Mary Rogers, sex object for her father.
I have to do this!
Why do you have to do this?
Because of what's happening to me right now!
Stop it!
You're telling me you had to watch while your father bruised and bloodied your brothers and sisters on a daily basis. Your family used to make jokes about it. A broken eardrum, a cracked rib, bloody noses. You were beaten repeatedly, sexually molested, and you don't think you have enough for a lawsuit?
He never laid a hand on you. Yet you have the audacity to bring a lawsuit against him for child abuse.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing? I just got off the phone with Dad. He says he's been served papers for a lawsuit for child abuse. He's an old man.
I'm thinking about myself for the first time in my life.
You will leave us out of it.
You have no idea what it was like watching your children being beaten and not being able to do anything to stop it.
Did you try? She was always afraid of brain damage.
Not the head.
Ever this way, you can't.
Not the head, not the head. I mean, I want to just scream at her. Shut up! Just shut up!
Based on a true story of a family's struggle to be free from their past.
I want you to think very carefully about how you will feel if you go ahead with this and lose.
Ali Sheedy.
I'm not crazy. This is what happened to me. This is what's wrong. It wasn't my fault.
Mel Harris.
This isn't about winning. This is about holding our father accountable for what he did.
Marlo Thomas.
I started out doing this for everyone else, but now I need it. I love you.
The ultimate betrayal.
When a person has XP, sunlight and other ultraviolet light cause negative effects to accumulate.
Where's Jamie?
Jamie's system cannot handle exposure to light.
Jamie!
Exposure to normal, everyday light accumulates until skin cancers and blindness develop. Tell me why you're keeping a child locked up in this heat?
They're not locked in there.
Don't open that.
Our daughters are very sensitive to light. They have this disease.
Don't open it! Step out of the vehicle. Now!
When are you people going to give us a chance? Are we so different from you? I mean, we're just like you. A year ago, you wouldn't have noticed anything different about us. Our little girls are sick. It's not their fault. It's nobody's fault. It just happened. And there's no danger to anybody.
What's wrong with them? What's wrong is we've been called every name in the book and kicked out of town because they're different. My little girls are sick. If they get light on them, they can die. Right?
We have to live like this forever. I don't know if I can do that. Do you know how hard it is to live in the dark? Do you know what that does to a person?
Nurse, can I see my baby? Is it a girl?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Morgan. Your baby was stillborn.
That's not true. My baby kicked on the way to the hospital.
It was a boy 3.5 pounds, at least 2 months premature.
The baby was overdue 5 days.
What do you remember from last night?
Nothing.
Mrs. Morgan, tell me about your history of drug use.
My what?
We tried to wake you for 8 hours. I ordered blood tests, which revealed very high levels of narcotics in your bloodstream.
That's impossible. I mean, I don't do drugs.
I want to name him Frank Jr., honey.
I thought maybe we could call her Molly.
Molly?
After your mother, wouldn't that be nice?
I thought you said it was a boy.
Oh, no, she's a girl. She's a beautiful little girl. She's got your eyes. Next time it'll be a boy.
If there were drugs in my system, it's because somebody put them there.
Gee, do you realize how crazy that sounds? Frank! Look at your daughter. You can't walk out on her.
Why couldn't you be a boy? They said the baby had been dead for days, but it kicked in the car on the way to the hospital. They said that I gave birth to a 3.5-pound fetus, but last night the doctor said it was 8 pounds. Now somebody is lying here. Why do you assume it's me?
Jane, why would the doctors lie?
I don't know. The baby is alive. Jane. Sharon, you were in the car. You saw it kick. You saw it. My baby is not dead.
Time to get cracking.
slow down. Don't use day all up before it's even started.
Hey, so what Mom say about us going hunting?
Well, you know your mama. She's like a rock on some things. She thinks you're too young.
Oh, come on, Dad. You gotta talk her into it. This season's gonna be over, and I don't want to miss my chance.
Well, we get around her one way or another, don't we? Better get into breakfast, though, if we want to stay on a good side.
Chris, you're gonna be late for school. Where have y'all been?
Oh, out in the woods. Hey, Chief.
Now don't go feeding that bird again. He's gonna get old and fat before his time.
Hey, Mama. Oh, they changed my pageant practice. I can drop Chris off, but I'm not going to be able to stay with him.
Oh, now, Bobby Lee, what am I going to do? I don't think I can get away with taking any more time off from work.
Well, Chris can stay by himself for a little bit.
Yeah, Mama, what's the big deal? I could stay by myself.
I don't know.
Patsy, you're gonna have to let that boy grow up sooner or later. Chris is old enough to stay by himself. He's also old enough to go hunting with me this weekend.
Oh, why do I get the feeling y'all are double teaming me all the time?
Well, honey, it takes a lot of manpower to wear you down.
Come on.
See you later.
Have a good one.